Today we're going to be changing the front struts on a 2019 Chevy Impala. Step one is going to be remove the wheel. These are like 22 millimeter lug nuts. Seem a little swelled up. I'm using a 7/8 socket and it's even a little tight. Save you the trouble of watching that. Sway bar length's 19 on this one. Nuts on the back of the strut bolts are 18. Usually you can slip these out by putting different direction of leverage or load on the knuckle assembly. And pull your brake hose up out of this bracket. Let the knuckle hang where there's not excess tension on anything. And then we're going to go up top. On these struts there's only a single bolt. It's not like the old style where there's three. So nut, remove that one. This one's going to be a 24. I don't have to set the phone down because the strut can drop when this one finally becomes loose. So I put the nut back on, but you just unthread this and your strut is going to fall down through this hole here. So I'm going to take that nut off and use my right hand to hold the strut. All right, so you remove the nut and now there's just that plate on top. But you can fish the strut down out of here. Set this on the floor so we can compare the new part to the old part. So you always want to look at the location of the brake hose bracket where that grommet fits in, and also your sway bar link. Everything looks to be in the same place. New one comes with a new plate for the top. So we'll just reverse the procedure here. Take the plate and the nut off. Poke it back up through the hole. Easy reverse procedure, just go up, set your new plate, start the nut. Now we're gonna hold it with a hex and tighten the nut with a wrench or a ratchet that goes over the hex. I don't have a good place to prop the phone, but you can see I've got the ratchet style that goes over the top. You can use an Allen wrench to go in there or a hex bit on a ratchet or anything just to hold the center stud still while you tighten down the nut. I'm not going to get this part on camera because I have nowhere to prop the phone up. Once you get the nut up top tightened, you can start lining up the knuckle. You just want to get one of the holes in. Usually the bottom goes in easiest first. Go ahead and slide your bolt in. Once you get the bottom in, then you can just put pressure on the outside of the rotor and the second one will come into line just like that. And run those back down with the impact. Slide your brake hose in. This one's got a bent tab there, so I'll straighten that with some pliers first. Push that brake line back in the bracket. Go ahead and run these nuts down. You can see how the sway bar link doesn't really line up here. It's too high, which means the strut's too low. So you might have to use a jack. I'm going to use just a stand here. And since I've got a lift, I'll just lower the lift. You'll be able to see it come into the right orientation so that you can reinstall. After you run that 19 millimeter down tight, then you're all ready to put the wheel back on, and same process on the other side. If you like today's video, please subscribe to the channel.